Yo guys, so we're here after 3-4 days after intense day game coaching with Mr. Tim.
Mr. Tim.
Mr. Tim.
Cool name.
Yeah, we're in London, we're in Soho, the city Soho. Probably one of the filthiest places I've seen in the world. I love it. It's just my cup of tea. Sex shops on every corner, motherfucker. So, okay, let's chat a bit about what happened during these few days, and let's start with how did you end up deciding to turn to Daygame, or what's your story?
Just I don't want to be out half the night anymore, so I always like the idea of it. Everyone does, you know what I mean? You see girls walking around in the daytime, it just feels like there's like a force field around them, you can't go near them, but it's just a load of rubbish, so I knew that. But knowing about it and actually doing it is just two different things, you know.
Well, you had tried it on your own. How did it go?
I've still got numbers and stuff by myself, but they're flaky because the interactions are super quick. Because I could just about opens all right, and I can close because just forget at night you have to be able to close, right? I just kind of the way I learned game, I skipped the fucking first bit. I didn't have to do the first bit because if you're in a club, you can jump around, you can have fun, and girls will be drawn into that. But in the daytime, you have to get your approach right, you know. So I didn't have that step in my arsenal, right? So I know that once I got the first bit out of the way, then that can unlock the rest of it, you know. So that's what we were doing. That's what we was working on. That's what I wanted to achieve, and we definitely achieved it to an extent, you know.
I just got the sickest IOI.
Wait, so it wasn't me?
It was not you, man. So, but why did you decide to pull the trigger and work with me?
I don't know. We were just talking a bit, you know, on Instagram maybe a little bit. I to be fair, I was in the market. Like I remember you on the podcast when you talked about. The people won't know, but you was talking about me.
Yeah, one of the three guys was.
It was an easy sell because I was in the market to do it. I had my eye on. There's a few other people, some of the English guys, but for whatever reason I didn't. Some of the fucking very, very fucking expensive. And I knew what I needed.
Motherfucker, did you choose me because it was cheaper? Fuck you.
No, but it's because I knew what I needed. Was just getting no bullshit, you know what I mean? I didn't need the bullshitting, theorising. I can fucking talk about theory of this stuff all day long. It's just too interesting. But just, I wanted, you know, kick up the arse, get out there, no fucking bullshit. Yeah.
Okay, so how did it go?
Yeah, it has gone well. I'm happy with the progress. I'm knackered now, but I think I've been tired the whole time actually. Like, I couldn't sleep last night because yesterday's evening session, afternoon, whatever, just too much stuff going on in my brain, like too many epiphanies.
Well, yesterday you had like a bigger breakthrough.
Yeah, yesterday was a big breakthrough just because approach is going very well with really, really hot girls. So that just, your brain after that is just fried. You can't sleep.
Yeah, you had that stunner.
Yeah.
That just wouldn't leave the set, even though you didn't know what to say.
What next? You know, and that's one thing we've learned is you can draw it out. Talk slow, calm. If you're calm, there, you know what you feel, they feel.
Frame control.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're in my frame. I can stand there. I'm not fucking, you know, I'm not a mess. I'm not a nervous wreck.
So how did you get to that point where hot chicks wouldn't leave all of a sudden? After a shitload of blowouts.
Just a shitload of blowouts, yeah. At that moment, what do we do? I don't know. What was that? Just trying to think.
Aggressive opens.
Aggressive opens, yeah. They're not
being a fucking pussy, not being a fucking pussy. Putting it out there.
Yeah, just putting yourself out there.
You get a dick.
You have to, yeah, there has to be oomph in your approach. And everyone around you has to know you're doing an approach. Like, if you try and you can't stealth.
Hey, can you show me the gremlin? Can you show us the gremlin? Yeah, that's the gremlin open where you jump in front like a bit crouching. Just don't do that.
But it's fun, you know. If I'm having fun, like now, I'm loosening up and I can talk. yeah, you got to make it fun. You got to be having a laugh.
Yeah, you start with the fun, you start with the volume, and then you add technique on top of it. You have to add technique on top of it, because today
it was getting a bit silly. I was running around. I have to do Daygame at a very fast clip. I was like walking fast, almost running. I'm a very physical person. I'm always on the go, and that just adds to it. Because at the start today, we was walking around very slowly. I was like, okay, I'm in a good state from last night. Okay, I can do this. And then I'm like, Robert's looking at the clock. He's like, you've approached 3 people in an hour.
50 minutes.
50 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I know. This is shit. There wasn't that many hot girls around, I must say. But
sure, sure. Of course. You still believe that shit.
But then you've got to just let go. Approach some of the girls that you maybe wouldn't.
No. Then were the next 40 minutes.
Well, the next 40 minutes, I still didn't do fuck all.
And I asked you, what has changed? What has changed in this second, like, you did 3 sets in 50 minutes, and then you said, okay, I'm gonna do this. And 40 minutes later, I asked you, what has changed? And you realized nothing has fucking changed.
No.
And then you did...
Then what happened?
15 sets in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You just went mental, you approached everyone.
Yeah, you can't be too fussy, because...
15 hotties.
Most of the time, if you haven't even seen the girl's face, it's normally all right. It's not like you can still have a good set, and she, take something from that and then move on to another one, and then eventually you're just going to come across a fucking stunner. You're going to be in a great frame, great mood. It's going to go well, and then who knows what happens? You know what I mean?
So what's the game plan? What's next in your?
Well, I need to look
journey?
at my fucking life and carve out more time, because I've got a few other things. I'm quite big into jiu-jitsu and MMA at the moment. It's like a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? Because I think jumping into even just sparring, jumping into sparring is the same as jumping into a day game set in a way. They are obviously different, but they both fucking feel great once you do it. Once you jump into sparring, you were scared at first, and then you're in flow. That's why I look at fighters, watch the UFC, they're having the most fun. They love their job, they live for fighting. There's parallels. And
because Daygamers live for pussy.
Yeah, man. Of course. So yeah, need to find a way of just slotting it all together.
Is this the street we're
just walking around in a circle, mate, a square rather.
Is this the street we came from, or that one, the next one?
I don't think we came out that one.
Okay.
So yeah, just got to carve out a bit more time. Well, I've got time. I've got time. It's just
you're gonna do a day game trip, motherfucker.
I'm gonna do a day game trip, because we was meant to go to Poland. The idea of me coming up to going somewhere where I didn't know anyone appealed to me. But now I've been here, I haven't seen anyone I know the whole 4 days.
Exactly.
No one's gives a fuck anyway. I mean, they all got their own lives. So yeah, just have a look at my life, and just now I've seen kind of how Robert's living his life, how some of you other guys are living yours. It's, you don't need to be trapped to our responsibilities,
Exactly. So, any suggestions to the guys watching this?
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the fence about getting coaching, just go for it, man. Like, you'll never be ready enough. Obviously, you can get yourself ready. Roberts was, to me, once we booked it up, he was like, get out as much as you can. Get out there, just because you just want to bring that down. That you don't want to be fresh on the street on your boot camp, really. You could, but you've got to be able to go out by yourself, because afterwards you're going to be on your own anyway. So yeah, it's great value in it. And yeah, at times I was shocked by the change of pace. Like after the first long day, I was fucked. And the next, coming back into London, and the next day on the train, I was like, oh fucking hell, here we go. Another day of like 5 minutes on the timer, but
drilling, drill sergeant, military
but
style.
I think you'd seen enough the night before that, okay, if I ease off a little bit, let's see what he does now with a little bit less pressure. So that was good. But then today there was pressure back on when I was,
Well, when you were coming up with explanations why you aren't opening.
Yeah.
But
and I was like saying, I need to imagine what this is going to be like on my own. And he was like, go on then, off you go. And then I did not a lot. So as soon as as soon as we flick the switch to go, I just go. You know what I mean? But I've got to run. I can't just stroll, amble around. There's got to be a bit of purpose in it.
Yeah.
But it's great fun, man. I love it.
Okay.
I'm hooked.
Let's go and enjoy the last evening here.
Cheers, boys.
Bye.